Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. We are getting very close to this green portal of 0 point on the 23rd with the Equinox. We have this opportunity. We have to utilize the aquamarine frequency of light. If you have aquamarine, you can wear it. It will increase the vibrancy of it will tune more. But we have to tune into that frequency. It is a very powerful portal. On January 1st, we moved a lot of people, groups of people were moved into a more practical form of the fourth dimension, and now this portal is going to be stabilized, and then we're going to be moved again after the stabilization towards the solstice, the summer solstice, towards the fifth dimensional portal, and then it will be equalized and balanced out on the fall solstice. So there are great cosmic revelation that will be coming. They seem to be possible, as well as earthly revelation. People are more interested in earthly revelation, yet it is one and the same thing. It is because people have to realize that there is life outside of the earth, and this life is interconnected. And so the agenda of the dark extraterrestrial may be the one thing that humanity will have to face with these acknowledgements, which will actually participate in the dismantling of all those dark webs and nets. And for those who work in the dark, they need to be in the dark in order to operate. If they're in the light, they can no longer operate, because it's all based on deception, the whole plan. So it's very but much is going to be happening. To focus on yourself, on your well-being, your connection to God, to your source, your creator, your love. I'm going to pull a few cards to see pull 10 cards of the oracle of Osho. It's like a traditional tarot, but it's more seen from the Zen perspective. For the situation is about blossoming, flowering, becoming one, the cause and the effect, the first cause of love becoming manifested as love. What around the situation is experiencing, in a sense, it's going to lead us back at the end to nature, to creativity, to the great mother, to the unification with the life force that is already available within and without. So it will come through the experience. It's through the experience that we're going to be able to connect. It's about also continuing the purification process, and for that, the area that we need to perfect in this purification process is very much about ordinariness. It's about accepting the ordinary as something extraordinary, and then the ordinary will become extraordinary. What we see before us is a quantum field. It's a field of possibility. There are unlimited possibility within. We want to do things that make us feel good, deep desires. In our subconscious, the past amusement has been anchored, and now we're becoming into the integration, the acceptance of freedom. And what is coming in the near future is receptivity. It's all about being receptive because the love of God, this consciousness of the divine that we seek to achieve, to attain. When we are able to attain it, it is a perfect manifestation of love and wisdom and power as well. For God is not omniscient, is not. All is one within the unity of the creator, yet God, not the creator, the source, is not the one who's making the decisions within the local universe. They are the gods of the universe, and then we are making our own decision. God, the source, works around all that. There are some beings on the higher planes, because there is administration of the cosmos. It's very localized and far too great to be understood or explained. Although the Urantia book kind of revealed a little bit about that. So there are beings in the higher planes that thought that it's an experimental planet, let them experiment, and then otherwise there are other groups that says, well, we do need to put on some limits. And so the integration is coming, the receptivity is going to be much increasing with this equinox. Right now, the force with strength within us is the compromise. We need to make certain compromise within ourselves. With our ego, needs to make certain compromise, just the same as everybody. In order to achieve the state of balance, everybody needs to be making certain compromise. There are certain things that cannot be compromised, which is integrity, morality, ethic, spirituality, the allegiance to to the highest good of all. What comes to us from the outside world is comparison, the ability to know good from the dark and light, what is wanted, what is not wanted, what is, it's a song I'm going to sing is talking about that. Do we really know what is what is good, what is not good, what is heaven, what is hell? So it's about the comparison, the power to compare. And in the compromise, we will find that it is like we're remaining locked out and we're seeing delays, but it's all going to be about realizing that we are the world, and this world is all, it's not an ego thing, but we are connected to this greater matrix, and it's you here and now that is the connection, your consciousness, that is the link connection between this holographic matrix that is happening. We also worked with the ninth dimensional Arcturian Council, because there are ninth dimension. It's very hard to go into the fifth dimension. So I want to invite them to operate within this. There is a fifth dimensional field that's been created by the light workers here on the planet to come down here to assist us in repairing this matrix, because it needs of repair, because it's still very young in its creation. So all of that is like. Eventually, from the outside world, from this point of comparison, once the choice is clear within ourselves, like we are making our choices, then there's going to be a point of completion, and the timeline are going to be separated into different, depending on the choices. What we feel on the deep emotional level, our hopes and fear, is the love, is the sacred love, is the sweetness of things. It's called the lovers. It is Isis and Osiris. It is the card of the lovers, and we'll be returning back. So we're going to be returning back to the point here. It's called creativity, but it's also about this state of rebirth and receptivity and universal consciousness, rather than being lost in the details, to become more connected to the greater whole of who we are as spirit beings. So there is an acceleration of all energies, for time do not change, but it's like it's the perception of time that is changing. Eventually, it's like collapsing at 0 point when we are ready. There is this such opportunity with the equinox, and for until we reach this timeless moment of now, and we realize our multi-dimensionality. For this acceleration of time would be the 0 point would be like represented in physics by C2, E equal mc2. C2 is the acceleration max, the maximum acceleration of light. Although some people conceptualize C3, C4, when we reach a state of the absolute, we cannot go beyond. Nothing can be added to it. But there's going to be many revelation that will come. But the most important acceleration, the only one that really counts, is the one that's happening within our consciousness. It is within our consciousness that everything is done through that. I wanted to also say that it's good to learn some new things, and to learn new things, it's good to invest 1 hour every day for 20 days, for 3 weeks, where you're going to invest at least 1 hour to educate yourself on some level, and at the end of 20 days you'll have a sum of knowledge. The same thing with creative pursuit. If you have one hour every day to be engaged in a creative pursuit, at the end of 3 weeks you'll see a result, a creative just the little techniques to continue to move forward. For the universe is under the scrutiny of God. God is always there. It's just a matter of how we'll self-determine in the universe, first from a celestial level, after that from a mid-celestial, lower celestial, galactic, and then eventually for us on the. But spirit beings do not interfere with the evolution of material world. It's an eternal process that happens naturally. Yet they supervise. So I'm going to pull a few cards, see. So it's very much about holding more. The world needs to be more ethical, be more spiritual. So there is a good book about that. It's by Spinoza. It's pretty hermetic. It's mental geometry. It's called the Ethics. It's it's very much a path to what ethics for ethics is really the alignment with the law of the one. For the one is far more ethical. God knows all things from and nothing of the, but it's going to be a time of acceleration, so do not be surprised if dark and light continue to be exposed as two separate forces. The highest wisdom is generosity. Stay generous as much as you can in your judgment, in your resources. What you need, what you for what we give, the more we give of something, the more we can receive as well, and so we can initiate new flows and cycle. What we need to understand is the protection, is to know you are protected by your guardian angel, your master guides, you are protected by the creator. So there's many and we're protecting a vision, we're protecting an energy down here on the planet as light workers, and we are protected. The dark forces they know, they've been informed that they have no right to touch on the awakened ones. They still have the power to manipulate those who are not awakened, because that's what they came to live here. But the other ones, they're removed immediately, and yet we're just passing through here. But we're very important to what is going on. We're instrumental in bringing this inner process to completion. What we need to do is the authenticity, to stay as authentic, to sign on self, be true. As Shakespeare said in Hamlet, you cannot be untrue to anybody else. If you are true to yourself, you are true to all. And the outcome will be trust in ourselves, trust in the universe, trust in God, moving into a flow of a graceful manifestation. For the ascension and the grace of God only comes through total relaxation, through kindness, through softness. Anything else is something that is to awaken our soul to that possibility. And so I will talk later on about the space agency that we're gonna put together. It's gonna be quite exciting. It's gonna be happening probably around the world. And so I'm gonna finish with a song. I want to thank you for everything. I hope you're enjoying this beginning of spring, to get ready for something completely new. And so really, and do not let there may be some revelation that was gonna shake the world, but you won't be. You just tune in to that frequency, to that aquamarine frequency, and you can connect to anybody on the higher planes. No, spirit is receptive and willing, able and available to respond to call. So this song is a song of Pink Floyd. It's called I Wish You Were Here. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue sky from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rain? Smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot hair for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change? Did you exchange walk on part in a war for a leading role in a cage? How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. Have you found same old fears? Wish you were here. Beautiful song of the Pink Floyd. I'm going to pull one more card to finish, to give the last word to the archangels. Archangels are very, very powerful beings. They're just regulating the world, the flow of Father, Mother, God, and into assisting the transitions of the worlds. So the card of the day is the Empress. It is really this card of abundance. It is the same card as in the third major arcane as we had as the outcome of the reading from Osho. It's the Archangel Gabriel. It is time to manifest your project. Your creativity is being rewarded. Lux and abundance. So let us be in this gratitude and let us get ready and let us prepare for all the blessings that are coming our way. I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful equinox, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.